Xiao review. Xiao review. Xiao review. Greetings, Facepalming the Third here, architect, love guru, demonologist. Today we're here to answer the important questions when it comes to Xiao. While most reviews ask questions like, what artifact should I build? Or, what are the best animations to cancel? I am sat here waiting for the real reviews. So once again, just like last time, I have decided to take the stage and give you the real facts and analysis of the edgy small demon boy. So this time we've changed our review criteria. Some would argue this is a mistake and you should standardize your review process. That way you come out with fairer results. But I look down my nose on those who utter such ignorant words. Standardize. What are you? A machine? We are organic beings made of flesh. We feel, we breathe, we excrete. No, by moulding our review to suit our subject, we truly get to the bottom of the truth of what really matters. So I decided to try and put myself in the shoes of somebody who would like Xiao. As an organic being, my desires are driven by a particular shape of the human form, and Xiao's human form is one that does not drive that desire. To solve this problem, I constructed a hive mind through a process called polling, to try and understand what it is that gets people going when it comes to Xiao. With the use of this hive mind, I was able to materialize the perfect review process for him. Unfortunately, the millions of mora we spent on research to create the last formula is now useless, so I hired more boffins to create a new scoring system for Xiao. Yes, I am willing to go broke for the artistry that is known as the review. So our first category is culmination. What is culmination, I hear you ask? Culmination is the highest point of something. Beings are born and they grow. Eventually they reach their maximum size. This is their culmination. Through my research I found the ideal culmination can be a subjective matter, but we designed our marking system to factor this in, keeping our score 100% objective and 0% subjective. We have also picked the perfect control, as many mentioned him as their ideal, so let me introduce Zhongli. We decided to also introduce a second subject to measure against. This third reference point will further help put things into perspective. To fulfill this role, I've brought in Orban. After some analysis, I've concluded that Xiao is on the lower end of the culmination spectrum. Although Zhongli may have at some point been the same size as Xiao earlier in his life, he continues to grow and reach the point of a skyscraper, whereas Xiao's growth appears to be capped at that of a pre-pubescent teenager. For this reason, I reward Xiao a mud hut out of a skyscraper. Through my research, I've discovered that those whose rhythm is dictated by the form of Xiao, his stature is not a factor. In some extreme cases, his stature is actually desirable, thus lending into the hypothesis of height isn't everything. Small boys can no doubt be significantly higher than room temperature. Distribution. It's hard to convey the importance of distribution, so in order to help explain it, I've came up with a scenario you may find yourself in when alone with Xiao. Imagine you're walking side by side with one that makes your palms clammy. The sun is setting. It's a beautiful sunset. A warm orange glow emanates around you. You're in tangerine heaven. But as you walk along the beach, you hit a snag. The patch of sand you have reached is sodden, and the sand is like mud, and you begin to sink. In the case your partner has good distribution, he will be resistant to the viscous material, allowing him to pull you from danger. How? I hear you cry as you are slowly consumed into the bog. Well, that is simple. Pressure distribution. The size of his feet, cross-examined with his body mass. Distribution is not the easiest category for us to judge. We have to take in bone structure, fat deposits, muscle mass, and sole surface area. As you can see, Xiao's feet are in fact smaller than Zhongli's. However, when we consider his feet to height ratio, they are bigger comparatively. Xiao's bone structure is far smaller than Zhongli's. His shoulders are far less broad, for example. He also appears to be in shape with low body fat and slightly above average muscle mass. It is important to note that muscle weighs more than fat, but Xiao is far from Mr. Olympia, so I believe that won't be a problem. As a result, I believe it is safe to say that Xiao would slightly outperform Zhongli, but is still far from the best in this category. For this reason, I reward Xiao a lightweight hiking boot out of a snowshoe. Finance, once again, is a very subjective category. To some, they want somebody they can depend upon to cover the costs, while the other extreme wants to spend their fortunes and shower them with gifts. Xiao appears to have a stable job as a demon hunter. His boss, however, is able to create infinite wealth, so in the case you are short of money, I am sure he can always push for a raise. His stable but low-paying job makes him a safe choice as a financial partner, catching many of the middle-of-the-road preferences. If you wish to depend on him, you can, but he isn't going to shower you with gifts. This also enables some of the more wealthy individuals to cover his costs where you desire. However, being middle of the road, he does not cater to the extremes. On the other hand, Zhongli is a bit of a loose cannon. He's the living embodiment of passing from the extreme ends of the horseshoe. At one moment he's the richest being imaginable, wielding unlimited wealth. Great if you wish to be showered with gifts. However, say goodbye to stability, as at the drop of the hat he will drop all that wealth with no contingency plan. He is the perfect choice if you're into somebody who acts on impulse. These facts actually affect Xiao indirectly. Zhongli is essentially Xiao's boss, and if he decides to drop all his wealth, Xiao no longer gets paid. For this reason, I reward Xiao, a Tesla car salesman out of Elon Musk. Finally, durability. Once again, the view on this can be subjective. You may wish to have somebody who is weak, so you can protect them from harm, or you may wish to have somebody who is resolute and sturdy. To measure Xiao's durability, I've brought him here to the Valley of Remembrance, to test how he's able to withstand punishment while facing adversity. And I also want one of those fancy Robin Hood hats. Zhongli is strong and sturdy, able to endure multiple hits to the face. He's by far less reckless, but if you send him out to the store for a bottle of milk, he may take a while if he encounters a hilichurl or two. On the other hand, Xiao would bring back the bottle of milk in a heartbeat, but he'll be covered in bumps and scrapes, forcing you to spend the night tending to his wounds. Because Xiao is emotionally unstable at the best of times, he often resorts to hurting himself, really reducing his durability score. He's definitely the top pick if you want someone you can babysit. For this, I reward Xiao a plastic biodegradable spork out of a sturdy rock. After collecting the scores and putting them through the new specially made mathematical formula, I reward Xiao a 0.1% out of 1 hutao. I hope this review will aid you in deciding to skip the Xiao banner altogether and put your resources into a way more superior character. The Hutao clan will always dominate the Xiao gang. Facepalmy the Third, out.